these things. So today we're going to refresh together how to draw graphs of equations. First of all, we're just going to remember if we have horizontally and vertically lines like these, how to draw them. So, drawing graphs of equations. Some lines on the coordinates, you know, the coordinates or the axis that we know, like the red axis here, are y and x-axis. The x-axis is horizontally and the y-axis is vertically. So any line that you see which is parallel to the x-axis, it has an equation in the form of y equal, okay? Not x equal since it's parallel to x, no. Since the line is parallel to x, that means the values of x are changing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But the values of y is fixed. Because if you have, for example, here 1 and this point was 2. So the point here is 1 for x, 2 for y. And here 2 for x, 2 for y. Here 3 for x, 2 for y. 4 for x, 2 for y, sorry. So the values of y, the value of y is fixed, but the values of x are changing. So the equation of this line is y equals to what? That fixed number of the y-axis. Same thing if the line is parallel to the y-axis. If the lines are parallel to the y-axis, they have an equation of the form x equals, so it's actually the opposite. So here, this is line L, it's parallel to y-axis, that means the values of y are changing, but this point of x is fixed, which is C, for example here. C can be 3, 4, 5, so whatever you choose a point on this blue line, the x will be C all the time, but y will keep changing. So here, the equation of the line, the blue line here, is x equal the C, the fixed point. Okay, so now we're going to remember together examples that we used to do about drawing graphs. Whenever you need to draw any graph, you have a table. You will be having a table with given values for x and some given values for y, and the other values you should find them. So here, the equation y equals x minus 2. Where did you get it from? The question. It should be given to you in the question. And you just need to substitute the values of x to find how much is y. So when x is negative 4, just put it here. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. When x is negative 1, for example, negative 1 minus 2, negative 3. If x is 0, 0 minus 2 is negative 2. If x is 3, for example, 3 minus 2 equals 1. And the same thing for all the other points. Once you finish your table, you can plot your point on a grid paper. And you know, when you plot the points, you all the time start with the x-axis number, then the y-axis. So for example, negative 4, negative 6, this is negative 4, and this is negative 6 on the y-axis. So this is the point of negative 4, negative 6. And negative 3, negative 5. This is negative 3, negative 5, negative 2, negative 4. After you plot the points, you just match them. Okay, so let's go to another example about graphing equations. Look at this one. Copy and complete this table for y equals 2x. You know, 2x means 2 times x. So we need to multiply each value for x by 2. This is so easy. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 1 times 2, negative 2. You have to be careful with the signs, that when you multiply different signs, you get negative, positive, same signs, you get positive. 0 times 2 is all the time 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And 4 times 2 is 8. So this is our table. We're done with it. Now we need to complete the table on the graph. We need to draw it. So we just plot the points. Negative 4 with negative 8. This is negative 4 with negative 8. And negative 3 with negative 5. Negative 2 with negative 4. Negative 1 with negative 2. And this is 0, 0, the origin. Then 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, and 4, 8, and so on. So it's so easy drawing graphs when you have a table and when you have the equation. You just need to substitute carefully. Be careful in adding and subtracting, multiplying, dividing integers with different signs, and plot them on the graph. One more example to practice on it. Complete this table for the values of y equals x minus 4. Anyway, these are the answers, but if you want to find them, you can find them easily. The equation is y equals x minus 4. So take any value of x, put it instead of x in the equation. So this is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 4. Two numbers that are negative, so we add them, 5, and the sign of both of them is negative. So it's negative 5. And same thing for the other questions. Okay. Now in part B, after doing the values, here are the values that we got in the end. These are the values for y. Negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3. When you plot them in the table, when you fill the table with them, you can easily graph your equation by using the coordinate grid. This is your grid, and you just draw it. They tell you here to draw a pair of axes. Use values for x from negative 2 to 5. So sometimes in the question, they just want from you a very short specific number. So for x, they need only the values from negative 2 to 5. So this is the x-axis from negative 2, and you keep going negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5. Stop. You don't need longer. You don't need more numbers. And the values of y, negative 6 to 3. So this is from negative 6 up to 0, and only 1, 2. This is the third one actually here. When you draw the axis, you just can complete the points that we did in the previous part, part A. Now, question 2 is the same idea. You need to complete these values for the equation y equals 5 minus x. You have to be careful with the ordering of the numbers in subtraction. So here you take any value of x from 5. So if you try with the negative 1, let's try with negative 1. 5 minus negative 1. So it's like 5 minus minus 1. And remember, when we have two negative signs in the middle, they turned to plus. So it will be like 5 plus 1, which is 6. Here is it. And 5 minus 0 is 0, and so on. You work the same thing for all the other pairs and points for x. Part B, again, they need you to draw two pairs of axes use the values for x from -2 up to 6. Here they are. And values for y from -1 to 7. It's okay if you add one extra point. You're not necessarily to be to draw them exactly like how the question wants, but you should at least keep all the numbers that we need for graphing. And how do you know that? From your table. Now draw the graph after plotting your points. This is your graph. Okay, Haneen, I think you're raising your hand. If do you want to ask anything?
Teacher, are you going to ask us questions?
Yes, but in the end, let me just finish the topic, but then I will ask. You mean,
Okay.
يعني, you want to answer?
No, I'm just asking because of my mic.
لا, I will. But let me just start with the second topic. Maybe I will ask you more question in the next one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That was actually the first topic that I wanted to cover with you. Graphing equations, the lines that are parallel and not parallel to x-axis or y-axis. So before moving to the next topic, do you have any question about this, the girls and the boys? Please raise your hand if you have any question about graphing equations. Yes, Mariam?
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Could you please like re-explain C? I didn't really like
This one?
understand it. Yes,
Okay,
perhaps.
okay, Mariam here. Did you get how we did the axis, y-axis and x-axis?
Yes, I did.
Okay, هلا C is related to A, the one that we did in the previous slide here. This is A,
Yeah,
okay? هلا A, these numbers are the numbers that we got from the table. Is it okay how we fill the table?
yeah, it's okay.
Okay, perfect. معناته after putting the points of x, here they are, and the points of y, we just need to substitute them. So if we take the first point, for example, -2 with 7, this is our grid. This is it. So this is -2 on the x-axis and 7 for the y-axis. This is 7 on the y-axis. So -2, 7, this is the point of it. You just put a point.
Oh,
You just put a point, remember?
mhm.
And now we used to put points, but then the next point is -1, 6. We used to put a point. For 0, 5, we put points. So we get actually points, points on it. And in the end, you just match your point. When you finish all the pairs on your table, you get a lot of points that if you match them, you get a straight line. And this is the straight line that you get.
Thank you, Miss.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome. طيب, I'm going now to the next topic that we are going to cover. طبعا our next topic is also the next topic is actually like this one. They're not so different. Let me just close this. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, so this is our next topic. We're still talking about graphs. So in this presentation, we're going to focus on the equations that are written in the form y equals mx plus c. Why do we need this equation, and what is that equation? It's actually the equation that we call it linear equation. What do we mean by the linear equation? The linear equation is an equation for which its graph is a line. Do you remember that what we just finished, all the lines that we used to draw were straight line, horizontally, vertically, diagonally, they're not curved or zigzag lines. No, they are all straight lines. So any equation that gets a straight line in the end, we call it linear equation. It comes from line, linear equation. The solution, and solution means the answer. The answer of the equation is any pair of the numbers that make the line equation correct, like the table. Do you remember our table? We had a lot of values for x and many values for y. Any value that you get for x and y is called solution for that equation. So we can get a lot of solutions, not only one. Any of them which is correct is a solution for that equation. Like for example here, 9, 0. You keep in mind that the first number is for x, the second one for y. So if you substitute 9 in this equation, y equals x minus 9, put 9 instead of x. It's going to be 9 minus 9, which is 0. So did we get 0? Yes. So 9, 0 is one solution. But is it the only one? No, it's not the only one. If you put any number for x, and then you substitute it and get the correct answer, that's going to be a solution for your equation. So this is in an example. It's automatically moving between the slides. Oops. If we want to graph the equation of x, oh my god, here, let's go back to this slide. If we want to graph any equation like y equals x minus 3, you can use the same idea that we just discussed, is making a table with points and substitute your points, then plot them on the coordinate grid and in the end match them. That is exactly what are we going to talk about today. But today we're just going to focus that you can use 3-point method, which means when you draw a table, no need to draw a very long table with so many points on it. You can choose only 3 numbers for x, substitute them, and graph them. So 3 numbers are enough to graph your line. So here, this is x and this is y. They put for x 0, 1, 2. Can we choose any numbers we want? Of course you can't. Of course you can, sorry. But you have to be careful that the numbers for x, when you want to choose them, choose small numbers like 0, 1, -1, 2, -2, 3, -3. Don't go for big numbers like 10, 20, 16, 17. It's easier to deal with the small numbers. So here we choose small numbers 0, 1, 2, and just put them in your equation. Instead of x, any value for x. 0 plus 3 is 3. If you put 1, 1 plus 3, 4. If you put 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. So we got the points. And this is how we write our points. 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. We got them from the table. These are our solutions. Now, when you get the points, you can draw the line, draw them on the y-axis and x-axis, and just plot them. Again, these are 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. And if you put, this is 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5. And you get the 3 points, match them. So this is what you get for your equation. هلا be careful when you draw your axis. You should have an equal distance between any two numbers, between 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, and so on. So the space between the numbers should be equal. It's not accepted to have a very short distance between 0 and 1 and very long space between 1 and 2. No, we should have equal distance between them. Okay, if we have this question, type, let me hear from you. Who wants to try solving this? There's Lean.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Lean. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, Lean, يلا.
Copy and complete this table for y equal 5x minus 20.
Yeah.
Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 10 minus 20 is negative 30.
Excellent. So she's just substituting negative 2 in the equation, so it's negative 30. Type the 2.
2 times 5 is 10. 10
Yes.
minus 20 is negative 10. Negative 10, yes.
Yes, negative 10. Excellent. And the last one for?
It's 0.
Yes, if you substitute it, 4 times 5, 20. 20 minus 20
is 0.
Is 0. And thank you, Lean. So after finding the pairs from the table, we can just plot them on our, these are the points. I don't know why it's not showing when it's stuck. Oh, here they are, negative 10 and 0. After that, we just plot them on the grid. Okay, type. Now look at C. C says, it's still related to the same equation, y equals 5x minus 20, but it says, show that the point 2080 is on the line, which means, is it a solution for that equation? Is 20 with 80 a solution for the equation y equals 5x minus 20? Can you answer this? If there's anyone wants to tell me, you can raise your hand. غير لين في حدا تاني بحب. Only Lean? There is Jude, there is Muhammad. Okay, let me go for Muhammad. Muhammad Haddad.
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Yeah, question B.
C, here.
C, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Show that 2080 is on the line y equal 5x minus 20.
Yes, we need to tell if 2080 is a correct solution for this equation.
Okay. We will put 20 in the x-axis instead of the x.
Yes, excellent.
And then we will multiply 5 times 20, which is 100. Then minus 20, it's 80. So it's
excellent.
correct.
Yes, excellent, Muhammad. Yes, this is it. So he used the 20 from x and he substituted it on the equation 5 times 20 minus 20, 100 minus 20 is 80. So we already have 80 for the y-axis, so it's, yes, on the line. Thank you very much, Muhammad. طيب, what about D? Jude, yes, Jude.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, the point 100A is on the line. Find the value of A.
Yes.
So X is 100 and Y is A. We have to find Y, which is A.
Yes.
So we do 5 times 100, which is 5 times 100, which is 500.
Yes.
And we subtract 20, which is 480. So A is 480.
Yes, excellent. So we just solve this as an equation. It's stuck again. I don't know what's the problem with this. Here is it. X is 100, and we just substitute 100 in the equation. So 5 times 100, which is 500, minus 20 is 480. That is the value of A. A is 480. Thank you, Jude. Okay, Yalla, more questions. We still have a lot of questions. Here, we have different equations, but we have different points also. I'm gonna choose, there is Umar Abu Abid, I think. I'm gonna choose one boy, then one girl,
yes,
and
teacher.
so on. Yes, Umar.
Show that 10 negative 80 is on the line y equals 20 minus 10x.
Yes.
So 10x is 100. 20 minus 100 is negative 80. So it is on the line.
So x is 10, and when we substitute it, we get 20 minus 100, which is negative 80. So yes, it's on the line. Excellent, Umar. Thank you. طيب, there's Nada.
Yes.
Hi, Nada.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, حبيبتي. يلا. Do part D.
7C is on the line y equals 20 minus 10x. Find the value of C. So we're just going to substitute x with 7.
Yes.
So 20 minus 10, which is 10, and 7 times 7, it's 70. So C equals 70.
Again, how did you substitute it? 20 minus 10?
Which is 10.
No, that's wrong. Be careful, Nada, to the order of operations. You have 20 minus 10x. So 10x is like 10 multiplied by x. You multiply first.
Negative 50.
Why 50? 7. X is 7.
No, I mean after the
yes,
answer.
Yes. So 10 times 7 is 70, and 20 minus 70 is negative 50. Excellent. So the value of x is negative 50. Type the last one, because we don't have a lot of time, we're actually done. There is Ali Khawaja. Yes, Ali.
Yeah, teacher.
Yes, Ali. So
yes.
Part E, you have negative 4D, and we need to find the value of D on the equation y equals 20 minus 10x.
Okay, so 10x multiply negative 4. That's gonna be negative 40.
Yes.
And negative 40 minus.
Sorry, wait.
No problem.
This is the question again. Yes.
Yeah, so negative 40. So 20 minus negative 40 is gonna be 20 minus negative 40. So that's plus.
Excellent, yeah.
So 60.
Yes, excellent. Excellent, Ali. So this is it. You just substitute the value, and when we get 20 minus negative 40, it turned to plus. So 20 plus 40 is 60. So the value of D is 60. So that's everything for today. Tomorrow, inshallah, we're gonna talk about another topic. Thank you very much for your attending and see you tomorrow inshallah. Bye.